Salam alaikum. Phoenix Ramadan L. Jackson. I believe this is video 5. And I'm not trying to do a lot of them. But however, it is, taking some time. And I will release them every day, one video. Okay? I'll do my best. So I'm going to try. Anyway, so we talked about this equivalent to the Egyptian pound. And that is it used to be 7 pounds for $1 American. Okay? So when the global reset button hits, okay, it's going to be the same like that. $7. So they say $7 will become like $1. The value of the dollar will be like it will take $7 to be equivalent to what we have the dollar now, $1. So if that's like backwards, that's like doing backwards when we were in school, elementary school, when you did the big sign thing and the big sign went to the bigger number, okay, and the back of that went to the smaller number. So that's like saying 7 is equal to 1. You see what I'm saying? So now we're going backwards, So we need the $5 bill plus 2 ones to equal $1. Can you imagine paying that at a 99-cent store now for a cup of noodles when the global reset button hits? Okay, so, and if we have no assets, okay, remember we said we had no assets, and if you have no assets to back the dollar falls to the ground and it has no sustainability. So the children are the sustainability, enslaving the children to continue, to keep the generating income for the country. So they're enslaving through education and the prison system. So that has to change. We can't back the dollar. I mean, America started with slavery, for goodness sakes. Is it going to end with slavery? Okay? So, and the enslavement of children, because they want to go to school, or they don't want to go to school. It should be free. Education should be free, because we don't live in the jungle no more. We don't live off the land anymore. Okay? We're a very technologically integrated society. Okay? And the children have to be able to, they have to be educated in order to be functional in society, in order for society to continue growing. Okay, so education should be free. Okay, now, I mean, what in the prison population, it costs more to keep a person in prison than to educate them, and they doing that free. Okay, so why not bump it up a notch? And when they sign on the dotted line, it's only as a result to fulfilling their destiny. Okay, acceptance of their destiny. Okay, now, okay, and they should be paid for all types of education. Then when you can diversify their types of their educational desires, what I'm saying, interests. You can have like education systems that, like some of the people on Facebook, they have very good programs for spirituality, for wealth building, for and even the mainstream ones for what? For what's that one? Medical billing and filing and all this stuff. And I mean, for those who don't want to spend long term, and they can build their own business off of that or whatever. But there are many different. There has to be many different avenues for educating, and that way we diversify and have a great opportunity of building, rebuilding the economic structure, because it's going to depend on us, and we got to eat. We got to eat, and we can't be hurting each other just trying to do so when this global reset button happens and the dollar becomes what, 7 to 1 and or 1 to 7. So if it's 1 to 7, and like I said, who wants to go to 99-cent store and buy a cup of noodles for $7? Okay? And what was that guy said when in one of those movies? $7? That's a lot of money. Okay? Okay, and there's another one, 750. Okay? So we won't go there, but anyway, that was a funny movie. But the point is, who wants to pay that? Who wants to pay $3.50 for a 50-cent candy? Okay? Now that's inflation. Okay, so you can see it was 50-cent candy, now $3.50. Okay, or and a cup of noodles $7, and so now we got $10 just for a cup of noodles and a candy bar, and you can see how a lot of people will fall to the wayside on that, especially a minimum wage job. So you can see there that the economic restructuring of the economic global currency will cause a tidal wave of economic calamity if this happens, when this happens. So we gotta be prepared for either back our dollar and back ourselves by whatever come what may. We gotta be ready, but it all starts with re-educating ourselves. And like I said, and to remove those prisons, because that ain't nothing but negative energy sitting on the land. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of things we gotta do. We gotta do, because, like I said, when this global crisis comes, okay, or the global wave comes, economic wave comes, bringing all that calamity or not, but it's going to be some change. You see what I'm saying? If it's valued, if it's not the dollar anymore, it's going to be some change. Go online. I will post the videos as to, again, the debt, in America, and they still make it. Their debt will be what? The children will still be paying the debt. Okay. Oh, what's going on? The children will still be paying the debt, and what's going on? Okay. The children will still be paying the debt, and look at that will be 7 to 1. I mean 1 to 7. Okay. So, okay, yeah, 7 to 1. Each $7 is equal to $1. Right. Okay. So, if the America, if the country's trying to get away from the debt, what about these young people? See what I'm saying? We're sitting here trying to help America get out, the country get out of its debt, but the young, and I understand this is a global problem for the young people. Young people in different countries are homeless. How's that affecting the family? It's time to start taking care of our young instead of, giving, pardoning turkeys, pardon people, pardon men and women, families, reunite families, loved ones. Well, that do a lot of good for the spiritual ascension. Okay. Now, so where are we at? Okay. So that's why the children are being enslaved so bad. Okay? And they're reinforcing this pay. Okay? So if the dollar's to be dramatically depreciated, devalued, and it's scheduled sometime in mid-year. Okay? It's, as we said, cause a tidal wave of doom and gloom, as speculated by, both schools of thought, the commercial school of thought and the spiritual school of thought. You really, really need to look into this and research it quite well, okay, and see what's going on so you can keep abreast, okay? You gotta keep abreast. Okay? Now, so what did we say? Okay, so now, yeah, they're all pondering the rising consequences of what are a challenge to be faced by the rising nature of man as it relates to him returning to his nature when this rollover, if that's scheduled to happen. Okay, so and there's already been headway made for that direction, and we already talked about it. So you need to do your research and check your and and deal with your finances, get your finances in order. A lot of people are investing in foreign currencies. So I'm not an investment broker or expert, or I even have knowledge of it, but I just know that that's what some people are doing. Okay. But what I'm trying to show is giving that as a validation to the fact that they are being prepared, and this has been, as we talked about, this has been anticipated for a couple of years. Okay, so now we said a tidal wave of a global unrest as a result of the economic revaluation of the dollar. Okay, so now he says, okay, now, and it's going to be done throughout the market. Okay, and it's going to be felt. This this financial blowback will be felt throughout the market, the global market. Okay. So we gotta be prepared. If I were you, I'd start buying food, and just storing some. Buy seeds, store some. Because we really don't do your research. You need to do your own research. You've got to do your own research. Because I go over a lot of things and I fragment some things here and there and I deviate and and come back and sometimes probably miss some things. And there are gaps. So you need to do your research, okay? Now, so I said it's going to be felt throughout the market, not just by just a few, okay? And what? It's going to be what? It's going to be panic, desperation, and confusion. Those are the three things that accomplish calamity, right? Change is panic, disruption, and or desperation and confusion. Okay, now those are unpleasant, potentially catastrophic events. Okay, or that's a place to be, a mindset to be in. Okay, desperate and confused. Okay, and under anxiety. Okay, which leads to panic. So that's a very challenging mindset to be in. Okay, especially if one's not centered by spirituality. Okay, so and so what do we say? Okay, and what's it? Most people are it's unexpected. Okay. Okay, what's it? Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me see what I'm talking about. Okay, so it says, okay, those are unpleasant, potentially catastrophic mindsets to which most are expected to be. Oh, okay, there. So yeah, so that, panic and desperation and confusion are unpleasant, potentially catastrophic mindset for most people, which most people are expected. They're expected to be in that mindset when this situation happens because they're panicking, don't know what's going on, and why did the prices of gasoline suddenly change? And if we got it at $4 now, 4 times 7 is what? 20 goddamn dollars, $8 and a gallon. And now we got $28 a gallon and a cup of noodles. And what else with the cup of noodles? A $3 candy bar, $3.50 candy bar. Okay, so now they're 40 some odd dollars, right? Is that right? 28, 10, yeah, 30 some odd dollars. Okay? No, $7 we said, 10, okay, for the candy. So it's $38.50. $38.50. Okay, for a gallon of gas, and a cup of noodles, and a candy bar. Now, multiply your rent times 7. Okay? Okay. Multiply your copay towards 7. Multiply your prescription towards 7. Okay? And you begin to follow the lead. Now, so that's why it's very important to be aware, okay, of what's going on. And this will be global. Okay? It will be global. So there's no place to run, no place to hide. It's only get your prayers in order, get your financial house in order, get your mind together, be prepared. You don't know. Okay? It's said we just going to wake up and like a thief in the night, it's going to be there. Okay? The change is going to be there. So you better be prepared because we can't go hurt one another. We can't go killing one another. We can't go do none of that. We got to work together. That's why we got to end some of this stress, this pressure, this malcontent toward one another, a fellow American. Got to alleviate some of that. And by the prison system, the downscale of the prison system, okay, and debt forgiveness for student loan, okay, on student loans. We don't want to enslave our young. How in the hell are we going to enslave our young and we going to get old around them? Are we stupid? We better take care of our young so they can take care of us. You know? Talking about the old scared of the young. Well, if we don't take care of our young now, a person might have reason to be scared of them. Didn't take care of them. Okay? So, and we haven't even started on retirement and marriage. And you know how these videos always take a twist. I don't even know where they're going. Okay? I mean, I know where it's going now, but when they come, when the subject matter is scripted, it's like, this just start the subject and goes its own direction. You know how it is when you're right. Okay, so we're moving on. Okay, now, so what time is it? Okay, so okay, what did we say? Okay, the mindset will be panic. Okay, now, okay, so what did we say? Okay, and it's expected. Okay, so some will be commercially left behind. Like that little girl on the video that was saying, and she was, and they were in kindergarten, you know, like, I mean, you know, they're poor white people, poor black people, poor Mexican people, poor people, you know, unfortunately, and what, that going to be left behind, that are challenged to be left behind if they need this information to be prepared to, so they don't be commercially left behind. Like I said, that little girl on the video talking about suck this and suck that and suck that. And she probably got it from the rap. They're talking about she got it from her mama. I really doubt that. Okay? So let's stop maligning black women. Okay? The black woman got your ass here. Okay? And she had to be a good black woman because look at all the humanity around. Okay? So let's stop denigrating women, starting with the base of them. Okay? Cut off the base, cut off the root. And what? The tree dies? So you cut off the black woman, the woman dies, right? And then what you have, all male gender society? Huh? Is that what you're going toward? Gender neutral society? Is that where it starts? Gender neutral first, then we have an all male society. Huh? We talked about that phallic worship stuff. Okay? So, I mean, you can see where it all begins to play and come together or go together, you know, in the bubble. Okay, the commercial bubble. Okay, now, so okay, so some will be commercially left behind. Okay, like as I said, and being aware, being enlightened is the key. Okay, now, paying attention. Now, so some will be commercially left behind in this fast-paced, sharp, more expensive secular world. What do we say? The DNB or DNM, what I call it? The Brave New World, the DNW. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to be brave. It's gonna have to be brave in that expensive world. Okay. And gonna have to be a lot of faith too. Believe that dollar can be stretched. Okay, it's gonna inflate it more. Okay, if it collapses. Okay, now, so okay, so as we said, many will be left behind. Where many are unable to find. Okay, many will be what? Unable to find God because what? The social world, secular, the commercial, educated world of academia, the bubble, nowhere to plug them in the commercial market. Okay, nowhere to plug the God consciousness in that they got from a child. Okay, received in their child, their formative years of homeschool education by mommy and daddy, or the mosque, the church, or the synagogue, or what have you. So now, okay, so we'll have to return. The job better start now. We better start now. So under the gravity of the declining mighty dollar, many will not prevail. There will be those who don't prevail. So we unless we redirect our focus, our attention, we can help. We can, we can do this. We got to do this if we want to save ourselves. If we want to save ourselves, we got to. And we want to save the country. Okay? And we want to save the world because we got to all work together. Okay? Because we said it's going to affect everybody. Okay? Now, so we said many will not prevail. So it will be how. Okay. Oh, so we can't have by ho. Okay, off to work we go. Okay, and okay. Now the woman ain't the hoe. Okay, and then we go off to work. No, not to work, but Okay. Anyway, so now no, I don't think so. We ain't got time for that flexing of muscle. So some kind of brawl. What's that? For any kind of brawl. We don't have time for brawling. We don't have time for paying for brawl no more. Okay? It's time to stop the brawling. Okay? Global brawling. Postulating and brawling. Okay? That's got to stop. Okay. Now, we got to fill the storehouses. We check our checks and balances sheets. Change our sheets. Okay. We got to change our sheets. Okay. We got some reckoning to do. Some reconciling to do. We got some repenting to do. We got some people, a nation, to heal. We got a world to heal. Okay, some, what did we say? Some EBT, some debt, they're all slaves. We got some bills to pay, okay, going hundreds of years back, okay. Now, as I said, it started with slavery. We can't end that way. We just can't, okay. Some things got to change. Some things got to change, okay. 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 Now, so if we, if we really want to what's that? Okay, step into the promised land. The true land of milk and honey. We got to leave. Okay, we got to pay the bills. Okay, we got to pay our debt to. We got to pay our debt. Okay, to the past. I know we can leave it behind, but we pay it by recognizing how it can affect the future. So we deal with it now by stopping the enslavement of our young people. We've got to get off the backs of our young people to the point where they can't even leave the home of mom and dad. And mom and dad have gotten old, and they still got to take care of, help their graduated sons, children that are more educated than they are. Most of the parents are themselves. But they got to return home because they can't make it on their own. These are grown people because it's become this way. And it's global from my understanding. So it's got to change for the sake of the young people. They got to expand. The world's got to expand. And it's dependent upon the person, developing themselves, refining themselves, their integrity, standing in their integrity, okay? Working from their integrity, their base integrity, okay, their inherent integrity, okay. So, okay, and education, okay. Now, so we said we got to pay our debt. Okay. So let's say okay. Now, so that does not include beginning by with the enslavement of our young. Paying our debt does not mean taking it out of our young, taking it away from taking food out of our babies, our kids' mouth. See what I'm saying? Taking food. Does that make sense? Taking food out, starving the babies by taking food out of their mouth through enslavement, okay, and killing people with it, okay, using that wealth to kill people, okay, by increasing the bottom line of the defense spending. Cut that. Okay? Cut that, if you will. Okay? Cut that out. Stop killing people. Cut that out. Start feeding people. Start helping them to live. Start letting people, our young feed themselves. Learn how to feed themselves. Give them the goddamn spoon. Let them eat. Okay? I thought of something, but I didn't want to say it, so that's why I just smiled and said, yeah, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Nabi. Okay, anyway, so what do we got time? 25, we'll stop there. Okay? So we'll go to video 6, I believe. Assalamu alaikum.